Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Cam, and we're down to the final two. These are the last two installments of the AFI Project, both today and tomorrow. Wow, it's really crazy to think about where it started and where it is now. Anyway, let's save the memories for the end, because I still have two movies to talk about. So let's get number 99 out of the way now by talking about Toy Story. This was directed by John Lasseter, and this is a pretty famous movie. This is the first movie from Pixar Animation Studios. And if you don't know who they are, where have you been? Reciting the plot of this movie is rather superfluous, because if you've clicked on this video, you have more than likely seen this movie hundreds of times. I've even reviewed this movie before for when Toy Story 4 came out. But, to make a long story very short, it follows the toys of Andy, specifically Woody, voiced by Tom Hanks. He is Andy's favorite toy, and he thinks that he will be Andy's favorite toy for a very long time. Until Buzz Lightyear comes into the picture, voiced by Tim Allen. Just a quick bit of history about Pixar. Pixar actually has been alive since 1979. It was originally a subsidiary of Lucasfilm. It was then known as Graphics Group. That is until 1985, when it was purchased by Steve Jobs. You might have heard of him. And since '85, Pixar had been producing short films like Luxo Jr. and Tin Toy. However, Toy Story was going to be their very first feature-length film. And not just their first feature-length film, but the first feature-length film that was nothing but computer-generated animation. Animated movies have been around for a very long time, but they were primarily hand-drawn. And so with Toy Story, it was literally John Lasseter and everyone at Pixar sailing into uncharted waters. Nobody knew what to expect with this. And it turned out to be a rousing success. Not only did it make a lot of money at the box office, but it also was nominated for a lot of Academy Awards. And, well, it's pretty safe to say that Pixar is still alive and thriving to this day. I mean, they just released a movie a couple of weeks ago. That's where they are now. But no matter how big Pixar gets, I do believe that Toy Story is their centerpiece franchise. There have been 4 movies, and everybody has their favorite Toy Story movie. For me, it is Toy Story 2. However, rewatching Toy Story 1, yeah, I remembered how awesome this movie is, for a variety of reasons. Firstly, the animation. The animation is still fantastic to this day. There are definitely some moments where it just hasn't aged well, specifically Sid's dog. But there is another scene literally before that in which you see a spoon, and you can literally see the water spots on the spoon. That is how good this animation is. And also, keep in mind that any nitpicks are really canceled out, because Pixar had to make a gourmet 7-course meal out of ramen noodles and salt. So they're on a bit of a curve. But not only is the animation great, but the story and the dialogue are both excellent. They could have literally made this movie about anything, and people would still be in just awe and wonder about it. But they actually put time and effort to make a story that is emotionally resonant. It also helps that 2 of the screenwriters were Joss Whedon and one of the Coen brothers. Yeah, really. And for a movie that is only 81 minutes long, it gets the story and the themes across in just no time flat. It's also incredibly impressive, just the range that all of these toys have. It's not just toy 1, 2, 3. These toys are incredibly memorable, not just Woody and Buzz, but Slinky, and Bo Peep, and Ham, and Mr. Potato Head, and Rex. I could go on. It also helps that these characters are voiced by legendary comedic actors like Jim Varney and Don Rickles, among many others. And I think it was upon this rewatch that I just really got the gravity of this, but this movie's funny. Legitimately funny. I laugh my head off whenever I see the scene where Woody just goes off on Buzz after Buzz is like, I must get to the edge of the universe and rendezvous with Star Command to defeat the Emperor Zurg. And Woody just tees off on him. He is like, you are a toy! You are a child's plaything! And Buzz just responds to him by going, and you are one sad, strange little man. You have my pity. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen just have incredible chemistry. It's really strange that these two didn't do more stuff together, but this movie is really them at the height of their powers. Tom Hanks literally won an Oscar for Forrest Gump the year prior to this and would go on to have many other successes. And Tim Allen, I mean, he was everywhere. He was a successful stand-up comic. He was the star of the #1 sitcom in the country in Home Improvement, and he would also have tons of other successes as well. And these two would come back to voice these characters in 2, 3, and 4. So that really says to how timeless these characters are. And at the end of the day, what else can I say? This movie is practically perfect in every way. It is a trailblazer. Without this movie, Pixar would not have been as powerful as it is today. I have a feeling that this movie was pretty much a make-or-break situation for Pixar, and boy did they make it. I made a Pixar ranking earlier this year, and I'm not 100% sure where I put the original Toy Story on my ranking, but I'm sure it's in the top 10, because this movie is still just amazing, nearly 30 years after the fact. But that is all from me. Thank you so much as always for watching, and tomorrow is the final episode of the AFI Project. It is AFI Project number 100, and it is 1959's Ben-Hur. But if you like this video, please be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and if you like this video and you want to see more like it, hit the subscribe button and click the bell to allow notifications. That way, when a new video drops, you will be the first to know about it. My name is Ryan Cam. I'll see you in the next one.